Alrighty guys, this is Snugsonblitz and I'm back with another tank review for you today. We're going to be looking at this tank, the P AMX 30, the Tier 8 French medium tank. It's a weird one, I gotta say that about it. Let me give you a quick review of the tank and then we'll jump into, I think I've got 5 games lined up for you. So overall, I'm going to say good. That's all I can really say about it. It's nothing to write home about. Why? Gun. Good. Yeah, the gun is pretty solid, but you will need Premo sometimes. Armor. Very good sometimes. It's really hard to explain. Lastly, maneuverability, I'm gonna say very good. And finally, fun factor, this is where it falls flat. I can only give it 2 out of 5. Normally I share my loadout, but it's pretty standard for medium. Just make sure you use Premo. That's really all I got. Anyway, let's get to our first game. Look at the lineups. Well, they have some big hitting guns in the ISU and the Sturmil. They have a Tiger 1 that's dangerous. Indian Panzer, not the best tank. They have a Staatswagen 81. That can be a pain to deal with, depending on which way it goes. And they have a T-49. We have also a T-49. T-28 Defender, that's good. Skoda, that's good news. But yeah, I think the question is whether the Staatswagen comes over here or if he goes heavy side. If he goes heavy side, we're golden as long as we don't get hit by those deadly tank destroyers. But if he's over here, could be a pain to deal with. Thankfully, we have 4 tanks on this side. And there's our first target. He's taken 1 hit, but this Panther, he has a Death Wish here. Not always the worst thing, because Death Wishes can be helpful, but he should really save some of his hit points now. Let us take a few hits. I took 1, but he's insisting on, getting out that damage and taking a hit every time he pops out. So he's down to a 1-shot. Not great news. Now, if this T-49 had swung around to my rear, he could have really whacked me one. But instead, he's held at bay, and I will be able to escape or push on him in a second. Do not want to get whacked by this T-49 on the side or the rear, that's for sure. Not in a French tank. Okay. Amazingly, our Panther has not died yet, but I don't see that lasting. This VK is not moving at all. He's just kind of sitting back. It's not the best tank, so I don't blame him. It would be nice if we get rid of this guy. He's helped me there, so good work, VK. I really like to deal with the Staatswagen K. I just have to be careful that the T-49 doesn't come up to my rear. Anyway, the VK did take him out, so that's good news. I'm going to push on this guy. Love to keep him in front of me. Ooh, couldn't quite ram him. So I might take a massive hit here. But no, Mr. VK comes through. So, good work, VK. That's all I can say. On the other side of the map, looks like our Skoda has been taking care of business, or he's been hiding, one of the two, but either way, they have been able to rip them apart. And here's their ISU. I just need to duck down a little bit. There we go. Poof, he's gone. And there you go. A nice, easy game to start off with. Nothing fancy, but how I think this tank really needs to be played. It shouldn't be front-lining. It needs to be using its gun depression. We'll get a few bounces on the turret, so that's good, but you can't count on it. I ended up with, what, 1,800 and change. Only blocked 220, nothing to write home about. But I did come in second. Okay, not bad. Anyway, move on to our next game. And in this game, I think, if memory serves, it's very passive, and you're going to see what happens. Okay, they have 2 big guns, an SU-130, Borsig, not to mention a T-15, so there's 3 tank destroyers. They also have a T-34-3 with his hard-hitting gun, a T-54 that's fast, a Skoda T-56, which is dangerous, and my doppelganger, the AMX 30. My buddy's in the SU-130, so with any luck he'll cover me, and he's going to head this way, so I'm going to come with. Unfortunately, I see 2 tanks flanking around. That can work as long as they flank around quickly, because if there's no tanks there, it means we have to hold off the entire armada, which is not really good for our lightly armored tanks. I'm going to scooch in over here, and I'm going to stop them. Yep, I'm not going any further. I want to keep these guys lit up and maybe get some cheap, easy damage, but again, we have 2 tanks flanking all the way around, so they're not much support right now. They might be able to do a lot of damage if they don't get lit up, and if these guys all get trapped in the bottom area there. Let's see what happens. Okay, AMX has taken 2 nasty hits. That's good news. What else we got? Okie dokie. There he is. Can I hit him? No, instead I can shoot dirt. Oh joy. So we know where 2 tanks are right now. Oh, sorry. Now we know where a bunch of them are. And it looks like Mr. Skoda is going to hold that position. It's a very good position for many tanks, but I'm not a dum-dum. I'm not going to give him any easy shots. Yes, I will pop up from time to time, but with my tank destroyers behind me, they should be able to cover me. And there he is. Now, what I'm hoping is that with this Skoda out of action, he's not able to put his armor to use, or his big gun. He's focusing on me, and that's a big waste when you have some easy targets around. See, he really does want me. He does not want to push in. And yeah, he's wise because there are some big guns over here, but it looks like his team is not doing great. It's okay to hold as long as your team is doing a good job. If your team is getting picked apart, holding might not be the best thing for you, especially if you're one of the stronger tanks on your team. He decides he's had enough, and he pushes on out, and so now it's time to go to work on him. They've taken out a tank, we've taken out a tank. Everyone's going back to deal with those flankers, so they did a good job. And now I'm just going to go to work on this guy, because he's got no support now. That's nice. So the rear, somebody hits him from the front, and he decides to shoot back and miss miserably. I think it was him anyway. So another shot in, boom, and now he's down to a 1 shot. He might try and get me. With any luck, my buddy will. Okay, I'll take him out. Nope. Good job, buddy. Thank you very much. So 5v4, 5v3, and the rest is just easy pickings because these guys have no armor. So poof, you're gone. Yeah, that was very well played in that we didn't overextend ourselves. I'm not just saying myself, but the rest of our team. They didn't let themselves get lit up too easily and bring them all to them where they can get wiped out very quickly. Yeah, I thought that was a very well played game. I wanted to share that with you because you don't have to be aggressive to win a game. You just work them down slowly. And I think holding that Skoda in check really helped our team. He really needed to spot up more tanks and put his armor to good use. He didn't, and it cost him. I did only 1,200 and change. My buddy, very solid game, and the T-49, as well as the Tiger, did well. Moving on to our next game. They have a Barask, that's dangerous. They also have an ISU, dangerous. A Scorpion G, dangerous. A Skoda T-27, Haluva. So they've got a pretty solid team. We have an LTTB, myself. I forget what other tanks we have on our team. What I'm going to do is go spot. Okay, here I go. It's got decent gun depression. I think it's 8 degrees. Could be more, could be less. I've forgotten. But I don't want to count on it against Scorpion G and IS-2 guns. Yeah, those guns might be able to rip through this turret, even when I'm quote-unquote hull down. So I'm just going to be nice and patient here. There we have a target. Okay. That LTTB is dead. He's got no support. Would love to get rid of this guy. Couldn't thread the needle there, but no need. Good job, yo. And now I'm worried that this LTTB is going to go down, so I'd love to help him out. Once that Barask is reloaded, he might push in hard and heavy. And I would like to keep this guy alive. So I'm going to swing around here. As you notice, I didn't swing around in front of maybe their big guns, so I'm going to swing around the side here. And let's go find that Barask. I know he's somewhere here. And there he is, Mr. Baraski. Nice shot in there. And together, the two of us should be able to take him out. He shoots dirt with his first shell. He's probably aiming the second shell. And another bounce. Well, from the previous game. Okay, now I'm going to push on in, and ooh, I did not expect that, so that's my own fault. I got a little bit excited there because I hadn't seen the Scorpion G. He just managed to stay out of being detected, and so now I'm in a little bit of trouble because I've taken 2 hits. I'll probably be able to take out the Brask, but it depends on if the Scorpion whacks me, and I don't know what happened there, but he had me dead to rights. Now I'm just going to use my good HE to really cause a lot of trouble for this poor guy. I don't know what happened to Scorpion G, but yeah, you're gone. So 6v4. LTTB, well done. Much appreciated. I couldn't have done it without you, but the 2 of us took out 2 of their biggest threats. So that's not too bad at all. And the LTB still has quite a lot of hit points. I don't, but that's okay. And now we're just looking for that ISU. There's one guy. He's got to be around there. As you can see here, our team is just, pincering them in from all sorts of directions. So they are trapped in the corner there. There's 3 more tanks. 2 have not even been detected, I don't believe, or at least 1 hasn't. So he's somewhere back there, maybe in a bush. 1, 2, a lot of damage to be had. So that's free damage for us, really. I don't see them winning this. I don't want to die. I might as well get as much damage as I can. But these guns could whack me, so I'm just going to try and stay hidden as much as possible until the time is right. LTTB is doing a good job. Couldn't quite pen that shot. That's unfortunate. I'd like to deal with the other tanks, but okay, now it's 2v6, sorry, 5. So yeah, it's all over. I'm just debating what I'm going to do. I didn't want to run into him, so what should I do? Wait, come on guys, somebody hit him, somebody. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and easy damage. I guess he's given up. Looks like he has. He's gone. Tank is 9 down, and now we got the ISU. And I could die here, but what the heck? And he shoots into the heavens. So thank you very much. I'll take that. That game for me was all about taking out those 2 tanks. Once those guys were down, I felt it was pretty much all over. So 1945 damage. This tank is not really a damage machine. I find that if you can do 2,000, you're doing decently in this tank. Lorraine, good job. LTTB, very solid. Okay, now this game is interesting, and it might be our last game. Oh no, I have one after this. I wanted to share it with you because it's it's a little bit interesting. Okay, they have a T-34 and an ISU, so a big gun and a hold down tank. Chimera's going there to the hill. I'm going to go to one of my favorite positions here. Now, I could take the hill, but I'd probably get absolutely wrecked for it, so I'm just going to head over here, and I'm like, okay, I'll just get here, and Chimera can go mid, and I'm good, all good. And yeah, Mr. Chimera decides that, yeah, he's coming to the exact same position I'm in. I'm like, bruh. I'm like, no. And he's pushing me out of the way. I'm like, go away. And he's like, no. I'm like, okay. This could get us both killed, to be honest, if we're not careful. And I'm like, I don't know what to do now. I'm kind of trapped. If I try and run, I'll probably get hit from the hold down tanks peeking on over. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to sit here and see what happens. Okay. Hello, Chimera, buddy. The T-32 has gone the other side of the map, so that's not good news. I mean, his hold down capability would be awesome here. Instead, he's going to probably die. My teammate, my platoon buddy, is supporting both of us, but he's got some nice easy shots on those tanks to the rear, so that's nice. Can I whack this guy? No. Chimera decides to take the hill. That's fine. My gun has real trouble shooting down, so if I take the hill, it's not going to be the easiest of positions for me to be able to manufacture shots. So this way is much easier. I just peek on over. Shooting down this tank is weird. I can't get my gun down sometimes, so it's hard to explain. If you have the tank, you'll probably know what I mean. Anyway, now the AMX is over there. Now they have 2 two Skodas. Or they have one Skoda and what is it? Maybe two. There's one of them, and it looks like he's gotten around the AMX. So AMX is probably gonna die. I'll do what I can to help him out, but yeah, he's gone. Yeah, not much I could do there, and now I've taken a hit from the rear, so I've got to be careful of the rear because the Chimera is not covering that side. Oh joy! I want to keep this guy back. Can I pin him? Nice shot, and I'm able to bounce one shell from him. That was a very weird angle, and now I've got a Skoda here. As you can see, I've got arrows all around me. 1, 2, and there's a third one, but okay, nice job. So my buddy takes him out. And now I'm going to hopefully get rid of this guy. There's the other Skoda. That's what I said. Yeah, I was right. There's two of them. And boof, my buddy gets rid of him as well. So nice job. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Okay, this guy's a one-shot, but there is an ISU who's pretty dang healthy, and that is a horrible position there, buddy, ISU. Now, the Chimera is a decent player, don't get me wrong, but, I mean, I had my speed. He said, you know, use your speed. I did have my speed, and I took the position, but then you kind of forced me to kind of sit there doing nothing because you were going to block me in. And the AMX was complaining about my buddy, my platoon buddy, and I said, just be quiet. But now he thinks that I'm the one who should be quiet because you know, it's my fault. I'm like, dude, you said I have speed, and you're right. I got the position I wanted, and then you kind of pushed me out of it. I just had to sit there and wait for you guys to do something, and finally I was able to help out my team in numerous ways and finish off the game pretty solidly. Chimera played well, but yeah, not really good. He should have taken the rock because he could speak on over, and yeah, in my opinion anyway. Yeah, this tank has gun depression, but it's weird. I can't really explain it. Anyway, moving on to our last game. I mean, I did well in that game, so Kidoki. They have a Carnivon, ISU, M4Y, a Progetto 46, a Borsig, CC64, and a Skoda T56. My goodness, if they got a good team. And whew, I'm definitely one of the weakest tanks on the battlefield. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play this differently. I'm going to go with my heavies on Carnivon and try and deal with the tanks here in mid. Don't want to get caught out alone in this tank against maybe two tanks because I'll get ripped to shreds. So I'm going to do some spotting quickly. Okay, nice easy shot there. If you've got a fast tank, that is one of the positions you can get free damage pretty much every time because you'll outspot most tanks if you're fast and be able to put in at least one shell. Progetto Progetto Tank Destroyer doesn't really know what he's doing, so I don't have much faith in him. What to do. Okay, this guy's extended a little bit too far, so that means I should get some cheap, easy damage from the Skoda. The problem right now with the Skodas that I see out on the battlefield is a lot of them pick them up in the event, so a lot of bad players have Skodas right now. And although the Skoda is an awesome tank, you can kind of tell, well, that was a lovely shot, I thought, on the hatch. It looks like the Tiger wants to push on in, so maybe together the two of us can do a number. He just fired, that's nice, I baited one shell. Oh, I managed to pen that. That is good stuff. The Carnivon's also just fired. So together, the Tiger and I should be able to work these guys down pretty hard. Okay. He shoots the Carnivon, I shoot the Carnivon. So far, 0 damage for us. So 2 shells in there, that's nice. Okay, come on Tiger, go. You've got plenty of hit points, you've got tons of armor. Okay, he shoots the Tiger, I hit him, and the Tiger hits him, so Mr. Carnivon's not looking too good. He hits the Tiger again, but Tiger takes out that guy. He's also focused on Tiger, so that gives me free reign to just, well, it looks like not do much. Didn't have to do much there. And now it's 3v5. So good job, Tiger. That's how you can use a heavy tank, is just let them shoot your heavy tank, in the beginning at least. Another nice hatch shot there, so there's 3 hatch shots. This tank's gun, when aimed in, is quite accurate, I give it that. And the HE is pretty solid, as you can see, boom, that's nice. And yeah, it's all over. I didn't really feel like I did that much this game. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss this shell. Oh, sorry, bounce it, that's even worse. But here we go, for a round, and there we go. 3,000 damage. So that was my favorite game of the day. I feel that this tank is just tough to play compared to many other tanks. It feels somewhere along the lines of a Pershing and, what do you call it, Centurion, somewhere around there. It's okay, but I thought that was a pretty good game. I hope you enjoyed the other ones as well. I don't know how much else to say about this tank, but it's not one I would highly recommend, but if you want it, pick it up. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Snugsonblitz.